silencing all the phones. Welcome. Happy Wednesday.
There you go.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm here in studio with Kaylee, Heidi, and Jessica.
Hello.
We're down a mic, so I said, just come sit by me. Just you look cute today. Come sit by me, right?
Yep.
All right, because I'm sure I'm going to be like Jess. Jess. So thanks for joining us today. Right after this, I'm on vacation. Well, I thought I was kind of going to be on vacation last week when I was at Road to California. 40 degrees, 100-mile-an-hour winds.
Wasn't much of a vacation, was it?
No, teaching 6 days in a row. Have to be there at 7 in the morning to get everything ready for all my classes. But wonderful ladies, and then all my classes went really good until the last day when we had some, I don't think, nicely engineered defective punch needles. I was like, scraping out the slot and filing them with fingernail files and doing whatever I could to make them work. But for the most part, we got it pretty good. So that's where I was last week, and I got to hang out with Alicia. Was there with me pretty much all week until she had to go home because her house was in danger of being on fire and being evacuated. So by the skin of her tail, there's a reservoir between, and they contained it there. And guess what? The rain goddess was in California, and it rained while I was there. So now I think the fires, I think they said most of them are contained, and they even had snow one night.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I know whenever I would go to California before, when I owned the store, it would rain every time. I'm like, why does it always rain when I'm here? I'm like, oh my God, they love you.
Yeah.
Keep coming. So yes, California, the rain goddess was there, and I'm taking credit for it raining. I was there one time where it rained so much, like the side of the hill was blooming in poppies. It was beautiful.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It was so beautiful. Like, I think there was like crashes on the highway because everybody was stopping and looking at it. All right, so that's kind of how my week was going. And tomorrow I'm going to go to Florida with Darcy to her house there, and we're going to be going to some. I don't really know where we're going. I don't know if we're taking a class. I don't know if we're going to a show. I don't know if it's a quilt show or a rug show. I have no idea. And guess what? I didn't ask. I don't care. I'm going. Doesn't matter.
You're going to have 3 hitchhikers.
Yeah, right?
Well, maybe
so
2.
I didn't quite peek to see what the weather is, but I'm bringing cold stuff too because I froze last week. I literally froze. I was wearing my tennis shoes with my dresses. I don't wear tennis shoes with dresses just because I couldn't wear my Birkies.
I was going to say, did you bring sandals?
Yeah, I brought all, and I'm trying to not overpack because I'm so famous for overpacking. So I only had 3 pairs of shoes. My cowboy boots that I wore, my tennies, and my Birkies. That's it. That's why I froze. So, all right. But thank you for joining us here today and listening to my stupid stories. All right. So I have to do some announcements. So let's start with, so if you got another bathroom, no. All right,
this is the time you tune out for a second.
Yeah, no, if I know that some of you can't come to these, so I get it, right? But Heidi has made wonderful new flyers for most of these, so check them out. All right, so if you can't come to the event, just check out Heidi's awesome artwork. Rug hooking is first. Speaking of rug hooking, I'm finishing that rug, or I'm not coming back. So if you don't see me the first day, I'm staying home and finishing my rug when I come back. So this is January 19th is over. So the next one is February 9th. Come, I will probably be there as well because I will be working on a brand new rug.
She hopes.
So I hope. So join us. All these clubs are $25 for the day. They include lunch. So I'm just going to breeze through them.
Please call beforehand to reserve your spot.
Yeah, because sometimes, yeah. See, that's why you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Stitchers Gathering, that's Joanne's group, right?
Yes.
Stitchers Gathering, February 17th. Again, great club for you if you need some friends. They're awesome. And then Sit and Stitch, they are there right now. And then our next one is February 4th. Then we have Wool Club, February 12th. Bernina Barb is doing a class February 20th. It's an educational event. And then Love Is All You Need. That is a little day retreat that I am teaching on Saturday. That is the wool session. And we have a couple spots yet. So if you want to come and join me, this is one of their projects that they will be making. Isn't it beautiful? Everybody at Road to California were losing their minds on this.
I saw that and I was like, hey.
I know you love birds.
I might steal that out of the studio.
I call it the birds and the bees because I have 2 bees and 2 lovebirds there.
I like the way it turned out with the wool on it.
Yeah, so the wool, and then I cut out the backing underneath here so my stripes didn't go through. So I have I got something new to teach.
Okay.
Right? Because otherwise, if that backing was on there, if this was just fused on, you would see those stripes through there, and I didn't want that to happen. But isn't this super cute? Join us. Peggy already has supply lists, and that's just one of the wool projects that we're going to do. And then Kaylee behind me is the quilt project that we are going to be offering on February 10th. And it's called, I think, All My Love.
I think so.
Yeah. I thought I called it All the Love or something like that, but I guess it's All My Love. And this is 270 little heart blocks. But I orientated mine the long way so it fits over my king size bed because I don't need it long this way. I need it wide. Mm-hmm. So you can orientate this any way you want. If you want it 15 across and 18 down, that's what you can do. It's super easy to change. No big deal on that. We will have kits ahead of time for our participants if they want to come and pick those up and get it starched ahead of time. If you are coming the day before, you can starch that night. The kit will be there for you at the gathering. Also, you get to pick the background. Maybe you want a different background, so I have a couple options for you as well. So you'll be able to pick that out at that time too, or you can let us know when you talk to somebody down there if we have to ship it to you. Maybe we can show them a couple options and you can pick your background. But we're going to get those out to you ahead of time. Usually this is a week-long retreat. Now it's only a day, and we're trying to be ahead and have things ready. Yep. You have anything to say about that?
I was going to say, it looks really, really red on the screen.
Yeah.
But it's really more of like a raspberry color.
It's like
it's really
it's
cool.
like a subtle, it looks good there.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's really kind of a subtle, I would call it more like, raspberry, but it's super, super fun to work with. We love making this quilt. And then we have Cabin Fever coming up, which is a week-long retreat in March through the 7th. And we only have a very few spots left for that. I have a really cool design. I can't wait to get home from vacation to work on that one. And that one is going to be super fun. So then we also have another works in progress retreat where you bring what you are working on. Maybe you need help, maybe you don't, maybe you just need to finish and you want to come on a retreat without any added expense of more projects to do. So this is your retreat. This is April 7th through April 9th. So just a little 3-day retreat on that one. The quilted coat. Oh yes, I wore my quilted coat to Road to California. Again, everybody loved it. The next quilted coat is May 5th, July 11th, and August 4th. There could be some openings in there. If there wasn't, I think they would tell me, right?
I think there's like 1 or 2 in each, I believe.
haven't heard that, stop advertising for that.
Okay.
Yet, so
all right. So
that there's openings.
I think we only take 8 spots. That's why I know that they fill up pretty fast. Yeah. Okay. Next up is the cruise for 2026. We have a little bit of information there. I just saw Edita this week in California. She gave her little lecture and it was super cute. So I said, and one of the questions was, hey, I heard you're going to do a retreat with Lisa Bongean, and I was in the background. Oh. I was way in the back. Nobody even really knew I was there. And she's like, yes, I'm so excited. And yeah, so come join us in 26 on this fun cruise. Those cruises are just always so much fun. And then we have is the Scotland one next?
We have paperwork.
All right. So we have, do you have an overlay for Scotland? All right, throw the Scotland one up there. And I really want you to know that I just got a text like 5 minutes before, and we really only have 1 or 2 spots left.
I actually think the pricing on here, this was the discounted price.
Yeah, but
So
I
now
think they
it's
might have moved
still-
it till the,
Did they move it?
yeah, I
believe
think,
it's through today, I think. Okay. So they can still get that pricing?
yeah, I think they moved it till the 31st.
It's probably.
This is the whole post. Oh.
Well, no, not the. That's
Right.
Not the
So
post, but
what I'm
that's I
saying is
had.
we only have 2 spots left, but if you're still interested, sometimes there's a cancellation. Please go put your name on the wait list and you will be able to go. But if you want to know more about it, Heidi did a wonderful blog post on it. So go to lisabonjean.com and she did this awesome whole thing on everything that we're going to go see. And it is based on kind of like all the spots in Outlander. If you're familiar with Outlander, it does not matter if you do not know nothing about Outlander. It's still going to be a wonderful tour. But if you're an Outlander fan, you're going to love it. Okay.
So I'm double checking here. So the total cost, blah, 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 through January 31st is
Okay.
when you can get that discount pricing. The price goes up by $500 on February 1st.
All right. So there you go. That's all the information. And when you go on crafttours.com, I'm kind of listed under like their 30 year something it's called.
It is the 30
Year anniversary tours or something like that.
2025 Craft Tours 30th anniversary tours. So if
Okay.
you just hover over the thing that says tours, there's a bunch of drop down menus that come
Yeah,
up.
Heidi got an email saying she couldn't find where I was, but they're kind of based in order according to when they leave.
Mhm.
So we're not till November of 25. So kind of just go down and you will
Yeah,
find
scroll,
us.
Yep.
Scroll way down. He does a lot of tours. I actually got to talk to him for the first time this morning. Sounds like a super cool guy. We are going to have a blast. So sorry, Jess. Don't get to come to Scotland.
I've already been to Scotland.
I know. She's been
Been
all
there,
kinds of
done
cool
that,
spots.
whatever.
Yeah. All right. So we will join us if you want to. Do I have to do anything with this?
No.
Okay. All right. That wasn't so bad. Announcements, right?
Right.
Okay. Do you want to do your things?
Sure. So we have a few new subscriptions up on our website. So when you go under subscriptions and BOM, we've put 3 new ones up. For those of you that were not in the wool box with us and saw all of those beautiful fresh cut flower blocks, we are doing it as a block of the month now.
Oh, awesome.
So starting in March, you will receive 2 blocks every other month.
Nice. So that cuts down on shipping.
Cuts down on shipping and
Mhm.
cuts down on the cost that we had to relay to you for shipping because you're shipping 2 at one time. So you'll get, it's $80 for those 2. And as you are paying, you're like, oh, only 2 blocks for $80. You're paying for the finishing kit.
Okay.
So you're going to get 6 shipments. And then at the end of, in that sixth shipment, Yep, shipment. You're going to receive 2 blocks and the finishing kit.
All right. So you're kind of paying because that border alone was $160.
Yes.
So you can kind of see how they're just giving you a little bit of that each month to pay for it. But yeah, and you're getting it done in a year, not 2 years.
Correct.
So you technically will have a block each month.
Yes, you will have a block each month. Yep.
Okay.
And then you do have to order the background separately if you wanted to. It is in that same product. So you
Mhm.
can just say, add the background fabric. Or if you have some at home that you wanted to use or you wanted to use a dark background, you can do that.
So 80 times 6 is $480.
Mhm.
All right. So just so you know, the whole wool box last year was what?
I don't even remember.
72 times 6. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is
Yep,
it's a really good deal
Yep.
when you're in the wool box.
absolutely.
That's
it is.
kind of saying. Yep.
And then we also have Starburst, which was the ongoing project in the quilt box.
Okay.
So that one starts in March as well. That one is every month. It's $17 every month for 5 months.
Okay.
So not a very long commitment, very short and sweet. And then you can put this together. Now you must purchase your background separately because a lot of people have done it in different ones.
Colors, yeah.
But you can do it as well in.
And then we have a slot for some colors there as well.
Mhm.
And then just so you know, this one is all cotton. So it's just all fabrics. The Fresh Cut Garden is wool on whatever your background is, whether it's a cotton, a flannel, anything works. Some people use linen.
Yep.
There's just so you know that's the difference between the two is one is strictly cotton pieced The other one is a lot of hand applique and embellishing if you want to totally lose your mind embellishing.
Yep. And then
Ooh.
last but not least, this is new. So this one is a 12-month commitment. These are just some of the colors that you'll receive. This is a Valdani and a wool stash builder. So I don't have the Valdani with me, but every month you're going to receive 4 wools that are approximately 6 by 7 in color. They're all going to be hand dyed. There are not going to be any mill dyed pieces in this. And then you would receive 2 threads to coordinate with it.
And are you kind of picking like something that you think they wouldn't really have?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
see that. Yeah.
And they will be a variety of 12s and 5 weights. 12s, 5s, and 8s. So, you know, we're going to give you a smattering. And also, just so you know, we have every color of Valdani on our website now.
I noticed I didn't get my balls yet.
She's got them for you.
All right.
So what you're going to receive for the 12-month commitment is 4 6 by 7 pieces of the hand dyed.
Beautiful.
You're going to receive 2 coordinating threads, and they're going to ship for $22 a month.
Right,
for
and I
the
just
whole
want
kit and
to
caboodle.
point out that these are things we don't normally do. So Tyler gets to have fun, all right, and then Tina, and he does the solids. Or Tina does the solids, and he does the textures.
Mhm.
So these are beautiful. I want to make something out of these.
Yes.
Okay, not that they're all beautiful. They're all beautiful.
Mhm.
And this one, just lose your mind over
Yeah,
that
that
one.
one's nice.
All right, good job. So this is just the first 3 that you're doing?
This is just showing you what you could get, yes.
Okay.
Like probably the orange ones are probably going to be more towards the fall,
Okay.
that kind of stuff. But it was just to show that you're going to get kind of like a tie-dyed one, probably 2 textures, and then another
Hand-dyed
hand-dyed. So
one.
everything is hand-dyed, nothing is mill-dyed.
And it's exclusive to this. This
Mhm.
is where that it's being brought out. So
Yep.
That's another, so you can collect lots of wools.
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, good job. All right, so you can take those so I don't lose them on you.
Yep.
All right, so just so you know, I'm going to be announcing winners for Countdown today. I got winners for week 1 of Unity. We're going to talk about Unity in a second here. All right, thank you, Jess.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so let's knock some of these. What are you doing for next, Kaylee?
Do you want to go over some questions?
Sure, let's do a couple questions. Jess, can you grab me something to drink?
You talked about starters. Someone asked for a photo of it, so I found one for you.
Okay. It's a beautiful, beautiful quilt. It is lots of triangles. All right. But easy, fun, beautiful. So that's a block of the month. Thank you.
Yep.
Will you be going to Searsport? Best wool store in Florida. Yes. I'm going to go see Julie and Mom. I think her name is Chris. And yeah, we're going to go hang out. And like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know. Darcy just sent me my ticket. I didn't book any flights. I didn't book any times. I know nothing. I'm just packing and going today or tomorrow morning, 7. Finishing kits are going out to, I think, today.
They're starting to, yes.
Yep. Yeah, and I know we said February, but they are starting to roll out because I know they're printing the patterns down there and they're going out right now. So yes, that is on my list to tell you. Good job. Yep, same question. Yep. Yep. So pattern is all done.
Did
Yeah.
you talk about the quilt behind you, whether or not that was going to be available?
It will after
your
yeah.
retreat?
So the quilt behind me will be available after we test the pattern for you, after the 10th, I believe.
And then the hearts, those are pieced and not applique.
They're all pieced, whole pieced quilt. Fun, easy. That's it? Okay. All right, so let's start off with the weekend quilt coming up. I know this is kind of a strange color, but you know, when we have, this is just awesome. So this is using a layer cake or a jelly roll. So this is our next weekend quilt that will post on the 7th, I believe, right? So just kind of giving you a heads up because I will, yeah, we're not doing them anymore. So this will be posting next week. I did a little tutorial on the block. Really easy, really easy. You will love that. And you can do that with any color. We will have kits for the green version. And we kind of did it for, you know, spring and St. Patrick's Day and all that because we don't really have a lot of green background quilts. So we really love that. And it kind of, it's one of those that the more you look at it, the better it looks. You know what I mean? At first you're like, oh. And then Jess and I were trying to figure out what it is that we really liked about it.
At first, she was like, "Really, you picked out green for the background?" And I said, "Yeah."
But the more
So
I look at
everybody.
it, the more I like it. Yes. Amy. Oh, I thought you were bringing me something. Shop hop. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about, we're going to talk about Unity last. I'm using that for last. So let's talk about, I never really, so the wool box, is the wool box out of the building?
Most of them are.
Okay. I know you're starting to get this. And I know we had just a hold up for one little thing.
We were waiting on a fabric. A fabric was supposed to be in on the 6th of January, and it didn't come in until last week.
Okay. So I will just, for being patient, I'm going to show you the whole block for Serenity. So if you still want to join us, you probably still can. So this is the Woolbach ongoing project called Serenity. And Serenity is 9 blocks this size. And then it's 4 big borders filled with applique that will all be a part of the box. So there will be no extra purchase on this project except for your background, which, where are we with backgrounds?
We have satisfied everyone who has purchased. Right now, we have a pre-order going for more backgrounds that they are supposed to have the end of February. So technically, you won't really, you'll be behind 1 block, but you'll get it in March for the next block.
Okay. So just a quick little peek. All right. I'm saving this one. I don't want to give you too many peeks. You know what I mean? Right. So I will take this along with me and hopefully get both those blocks done and be a couple months ahead. So that's why I have that with me, because that is going with. And then I am going to also show you and talk about one little thing here. So the other project in the wool box is called Indigo Revival. So I will show you those blocks now. So I used jeans. So these are recycled jeans. We did, however, put some fabric in the kit if they did not want to use or try to find jean material. If you want to use jean material, then you use that piece that we gave you for backing. I'm pretty sure that will fit for backing. All right, so I'm going to show you the blocks, and then I'm going to show you a little boo-boo that we didn't catch, but we fixed it. See, this is how I draw. So see how I draw? Show my expert drawing here. And then I write on there like what threads I use, and I give it to the graphic person, and she does her magic. So we have a little cone flower. This one is a little, what are those things called? Lily of the Valley, maybe? Okay, that looks kind of like that, right? And then we just have some leaves and berries. And you can tell my jeans they're kind of going light and dark. It doesn't really matter. I'm just winging it. Here is a flower, another flower, a little, I don't know what that is. And then this little posy. And then this guy right here. So on one of the blocks, do you remember which one it was?
Right there. I brought you
All
the
right.
sheet.
This is what happened. So zoom in, Kaylee. We didn't catch this. It's so obvious. It's so funny. Okay. So we gave you the wrong applique for the coneflower. We sent out an email emailing you the right one, or we're going to print it and put it in next month's next box as well. Okay. So we can fix these little things like that. Not a big deal, but this is the 1-year ongoing project that's in the wool box for 2025.
I do want to say they have enough wool to create the thing as the flower as it is. So they don't need more wool once they get the new pattern.
What are you talking about?
For the flower. The wool sizes.
The wool is correct.
Yeah, the wool sizes they got is correct for the flower.
The
it
cone
should
flower.
be. Yes.
Yeah, we just gave you the wrong pattern.
Yes.
We just gave it was this is what it was. It's a cut and paste. And we forget to paste. But it's okay because I didn't catch it. Small worries. Small worries. All right, what else I got? I did that. We're going to talk about this next time on the 7th. So our next live will be February 7th at 1 o'clock. So we're going to go to Friday because I don't get back until Thursday. And I want to hang out. I don't want to miss you guys. So that's why we're early today and late next week. So I appreciate that you let me swing those times. All right, so this is that one.
Hey Lisa, a quick
Yep.
question on the jeans blocks you were just showing. Have you used any jeans that had a little starch to them or stretch to them? Sorry, I can't read. Stretch to them. Will it work because of the
Pretty
socks?
much all jeans now have stretch to them.
Thank God.
Yeah, but they're thick enough that you can work with them. And I did put this out there because people want to cut ahead and you didn't get your box yet. So they are 5-inch cut blocks, but if you want to trim them afterwards, I would cut 5 1/4. But you don't know how many you're cutting yet. So just kind of keep that in mind. Don't cut too far ahead. I might change the rules on you. Can I show them this? This is coming, right? Hey.
So.
I'll show you the barn quilt coming up. And so we're gonna do something a little different on this block. We're gonna give you a 3-inch block, but then we're gonna put a little border around it. Just in case your block is just a little bit bigger, you can trim or do whatever you want. Maybe you want a white border around your green block. So we're just gonna make all the blocks 3 inches. And then if your block is a little bit bigger than that, you can trim it or have a little border around the outside. Okay. So I had so much fun doing this one. Those of you who are doing the barn, what's that? Oh, good job, Sue. All right, so there's a little sneak peek at the mini barn quilt series.
I love these sneak peeks. They're not like sneak peeks. They're like
Full
full
on.
peeks.
Full peaks.
Full Monty. Wait.
I'm happy today. I'm going on vacation. I want to show them everything. I want to get out of here. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Well, but by now they've decided if what they want to do in the wool box or not. So I'm going to reward all the people who just want to hang out with me and didn't want to, didn't want to have another year with me or 2 years. I get it. I get it. It is what it is. Okay. So now is it time to talk about unity? I think so, right? You got any other questions?
What's the theme for the quilt show?
Are we gonna? Should I just tell them and then we'll announce it officially next time, or we have that ready? I tell them all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Go grab me the quilts once. I'll just give them a quick little peek. All right. Yeah. So you guys want to know what the theme is for next year? It's going to be scrappy, and I'll give you 2 examples of what scrappy means. So you're going to see this again, because I'm going to show you now, and I'm going to show you when we really officially announce it. But I pulled this one. This is a scrappy quilt, right? Lots. You can't even count how many different fabrics are in it. Because what I did at the time when I made this quilt is I took a piece from every fabric line that I did, and I made a quilt out of it, right? So that is that. Because when I get my fabrics from Moda, I always would cut a 2.5-inch strip, or I save jelly rolls or whatever. But then this is also a scrappy quilt. All right, so you can be scrappy in a color, or you can be scrappy any color. So those are the 2 little sneak peeks I'm going to give you at the next year's quilt show. But I want 75 fabrics in it. I do not want just a fabric line quilt. So that's about 30, 40 fabrics. And then, yeah, it looks scrappy when you look at it, but it's really a fabric line quilt. I want scrappy. I would really, I mean, I don't care if you use all of Lella's fabrics from the time, you know, she's been putting fabric out and you want to make a quilt out of that. That's great. But I want to see lots of fabrics. Okay. So that is going to be the theme. And we might tweak a couple of the categories this time or some of the, things for that. So if you want to get going on your scrappy quilt, I do want it made within the last 3 years. All right. I don't want, you know, I got lots of quilts too. I know, I get it. I want to encourage you to maybe go to your local quilt shop and buy some fabrics. And if I can talk a little bit about local quilt shops in California, if it's the one thing I heard about all the quilt shops going out of business there, and it is a thing, right? So we are losing so many of them that I feel really bad. But if you don't want your quilt shop to go away, you have to go and spend some money there. Or this is what you need to do too. You need to go there and you say, hey, Primitive Gatherings they have a new wholesale website coming up this next February, coming up soon, I think. And you say, hey, I really like her stuff. If you carry it, I will buy it from you. All right, so there's stuff like that. And we do a lot of things for shop owners. We do kits for them, our wool kits. We kit for them. So if you want to be a sample maker for a shop, a lot of times what I suggest is that shop owner buy a kit, give you 2, and you make one, and one's yours and one's theirs. So that's a good way to get into a shop and help them out to make samples. And what else can I say about that? Is there anything else that comes to mind when you talk about that? But anyway, so in California, there weren't a lot of quilt shops. A lot of them are going out of business. So support them if you do not want to lose them. Okay. Dropping like flies in Missouri too. All right. So no more lectures on supporting your local quilt shops or the ones you can't live without. All right. So let's talk about Unity before I do the prize winners. All right. We just started Unity on the 16th of January. And so week 1, we would pick winners for on the 23rd, right? But a lot of people didn't have their thing, jumping in late, waiting for their papers, waiting for something. So Unity is located on my blog, lisabongean.com. So go there if you don't know what we're talking about. Those of you who kind of know what I'm talking about, you know the drill, right? So you go to quilt alongs or stitch alongs. This is a quilt along because it's just quilting. Stitching, to me, if it has any wool applique on it, it becomes a stitch along. So everybody's like, how do I sign up? You don't have to sign up. It's kind of a free quilt along. I'm putting out a pattern, but not kind of really. I'm kind of just throwing clues at you. So our first clue is that you're going to be making half square triangles. But I want you to be able to work ahead. And there's a couple things here. So kind of just bear with me. So on my blog, it tells you all about how to get started, how to do all that kind of stuff, right? And then I will kind of talk about it each week here on live. So there's not like any official pattern at this point right now. So what I have told you is all on my blog right now under the quilt along. And then you will search Unity.
Should be the first one that pops
Should be
up.
the first one that pops up, Heidi said.
Yeah,
all right.
in chronological order.
All right. So what we've told you so far is you need 7 yards of background, at least 7. If you want to maybe make your borders a little bit bigger, wider, whatever, you might want to order more or get more. So what we did for our background is we did a pre-order because Moda has a fabric line coming out that is a charity fabric line, and all the proceeds are given to, I think, Feed America. And these are the 3 fabrics that we picked for backgrounds for our quilt along. So mine is this. The one I picked is this teal blue. So you can see it's kind of medium and it's kind of very subdued, right? And then same thing with the pink one. I would say this pink is kind of a medium. and very subdued. And then we have this beautiful brown with a little bit of pink flower in it. A little bit more going on, but it's beautiful. So when you pick your background, everybody's like, will this work? Will this work? It probably, everything will work, right? But you just don't want anything very busy or distracting from our little blocks. Because remember, we're making 1-inch triangles, and half is light and half is dark. And they're scrappy. They're all different colors. And some of you are doing scrappy, your own kind of scrappy combinations, which is cool. We love to see you all do your own things. So those are kind of your background choices that we have picked because they are in the Unity fabric line from Moda, and they are, when we purchase these, all the royalties go to Feeding America. All right, so 7 yards at least for the quilt. The quilt is 98 by 98 right now as it sits. You want wider borders, order more fabric. If you want matching pillowcases, order more fabric. You do not have to order it from us. The fabric does not come out till sometime in February, so we will be shipping it out when it does come in. You might be able to find this in your local quilt shop if we are out. Moda is out, but your shop owner might have ordered this line.
So I just want to say, because I know there was a lot of people who were upset that we didn't have any more backgrounds available. We ordered between the three 2,500 yards. Yeah. So we did order a ton, and we did advertise about having it available. So there was just only so much that we could order.
Right, yeah. I mean, and then, you know, we don't know. So we can't just pre-order blindly. And we can't assume that, you know, this is going to be, you know, I mean, you all heard, you all are going to ignore this quilt along until everybody started posting, right? So we, you know, even you didn't want to do it at first. So we would have been sitting there with thousands of yards of fabric. So you gotta kind of trust us, I guess, that we're going to do cool things here. I don't believe we have ever let anybody down on one of our mystery or block Lamonts or quilts along or anything like that. And I even heard a little chitter chatter about that on our Stitch with Lisa Bongean group in Facebook saying, hey, I always were, you know, just kind of looked around for a while, but now I'm jumping in. I'm so glad I jumped in because you're making these beautiful, beautiful quilts. All right, so substitutes. All right, if you can't get any more fabric and you need a substitute, I just gave you 3 options right here. Just follow these colors. You know, go to your local quilt shop, go call and ask our girls, say, hey, can you go pick me out a bubblegum fabric in your shop? You know, trust us, we can do that for you. But like any color will work. It really will. Trust me on that. It's just, you know, this is what we picked out of that fabric line because this is what's going to look best out of that fabric line. So hopefully that makes a little sense. And, you know, we don't know the fabric numbers of some of these. So yeah, I don't know. If you show us a picture and go to the Stitch with Lisa Bongean group. And if you have a question about whether your fabric will be a good background, they will let you know. We will let you know. Say, hey, does this one look good? Can I pick this one? And we will say yes or no. Okay. So that is the background. Now, the first clue is you need 9 sets of 2, 1 light and 1 dark 5-inch square. We put 6 inches in our kits. Yes, we gave you extra. We don't want no whatever. We gave you a little extra, but it still fits very nicely on a 5-inch square. So you need 9 of those for 50 weeks. So that is a total of 445 lights, 445 darks. And yes, you can be cutting those ahead. And yes, you can be sewing those ahead. However, I do not want to see week 36 posted on week 4. All right, I know you're excited. You're ahead. All right, we want you to only post the week that we are on or earlier. So if you just started now and you're doing 1 and 2, post those together. That's fine. But I don't want to see week 6. All right, we're not rushing. We are just doing 9 sets at a time. Yes, I am nice to you and gave you all that information ahead. Don't make me regret it. And I get you're excited. We're excited. You're excited. So those are the measurements that you're going to need. So if you want to work ahead, because some of you have more time now than later or whatever, that's what you're going to need. But I only want to see. Kaylee, can you maybe pop up my week 2? It don't matter. I didn't label them. Here's my week 2. Here's my week 3. So I will be posting these in the Stitch with Lisa Bongean group. Those are my 2. So week 3, Heidi and I were trying to figure out what week started what week. All right. And so because we are kind of waiting for everybody to get their papers. And speaking of papers, the only thing you really need to purchase from us for this quilt along is the papers. And I mean from us, meaning whether you get them from another shop. I really would love it if you'd buy our papers instead of maybe somebody else's. Okay? Just being, support us, because we're not asking you to buy everything. We're asking you to buy the papers. And yes, you do need 8 sets. Do you need them right now? Nope. You just need enough to do 9 a week. And I think you get, was it 60 sheets in a pack? I don't have mine with me.
I have one.
All right. So just to give you an idea, so you need light and dark charms, you need a background fabric, and you need the papers. Those are all what you need right now. Our background did not come in, like I said. 60 sheets in here. So this is enough to do 9 and a 66, 6 weeks. No, did I do that right?
6, 9.
Yeah. Yeah. 9 weeks here. All right. So you need 8 of those packs to finish. And then I might have my math wrong. I'm doing it on the slide here. 60 sheets. You need 9 per week. So you can get 6 times 9 is 63. No, you only get 5. Yeah, my math is a little off. Okay. Does that sound good? And I get that, some of you are waiting for papers, and maybe you're making them without the papers, or maybe you're using some from a variety pack or whatever. I get that. Thank you. I appreciate that. But this is really the only thing we're asking you to purchase. And when you get these, try not to be too clever and put them on your copy machine, because they will not copy correctly. They will be off. Trust me. I know that. All right. So you'll do all that work, and you'll have to either trim or they'll be too small. I don't know which way they go. Okay. So any more questions about Unity? Is there anything you've seen? Anything?
I have 2 things.
Yeah.
One, I think it's great that people are just on the thing that you said about people posting ahead.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when you post ahead as well, or I have all of this done, it kind of discourages other people who haven't had time to do that. So they think automatically they're behind.
Right. Right.
So when you publish weekly, it just makes them think, okay, I
Right.
can.
Exactly.
This. And then secondly, what color thread do you suggest for a quilt like Unity? That's all scrappy.
Definitely not real light. You know what I mean? You can use a light thread when you're doing your half square triangles, but remember, you're sewing up against a dark. So you can have a nice neutral medium thread. And especially when you start sewing these backgrounds, I will have a nice, like, what is that? 2370 is a good one. Kind of that medium range thread in there. Could be a medium gray if your colors are more cool. Like I would use a probably medium to dark gray in here if I'm going to sew mine when I start sewing with this green. And then you could actually even use pink too. You could use brown for your brown by all means, but just don't use. When we start giving you more instructions, and right now for the first 8 weeks. You're only going to be sewing triangles. After we get our background fabric in, or maybe when we know it's shipping, maybe that week I'll give you a little treat and you can maybe start sewing some triangles together. So I might give you a little clue or a little direction on what to stitch some of your 8 sets into.
A sneak peek.
All right. What, you had another one?
No, that's all.
Okay. All right, so I'm not getting down on you for posting ahead. I'm just trying to tell you it's too confusing for everybody. And we don't want anybody to feel like they're 60 miles behind already. Okay, because this is a year-long retreat. Yeah, I wish it was a retreat. A year-long quilt-a-thon. And it's a great to bring it on retreat when you're looking for something to do. All right, is that it on Unity? Any more questions on Unity? First time starts, what a game changer. Yeah, we're not going to lead, we're not doing this stuff just because we want to give you one more thing to do. We're telling you stuff because it really works. Especially when we're doing little, people, especially for little. All right, so thank you for understanding everything about our Unity. And when you're in posting in the group, now you have all the information. So we love it when you help people in the group. We will come on and help if we don't see an answer or whatever. You want to show those?
Because they're going to be on the website by 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Bring them over here.
You can show them. I'm just going to drop them.
All right, I'll show them quick. Watch this.
Yeah.
All right, we got some new merchandise coming on the website. All right, here, let me see how, I got to make it so it's good. I want it over to the side a little bit, right? Oh, yeah. It's backwards. So this is a little quilt block on our building. So it's kind of like you can show you're a stitcher, but you don't have to. So we have that that color beanie, this color beanie, and then the trucker hat. I love the trucker hats. All right, could be a little tighter. Oh. And then my favorite is the white one. This is mine. You're not getting this one back. I gave mine to Alicia when I went to California. She looks so cute in it. But aren't these sweet? Sue said they're going on the website tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
All right. And the t-shirts are coming soon too. Remember I keep promising you merchandise?
And maybe, I know Heidi's going to be doing a blog, but what did we do yesterday at the school? Just to tell them, because I don't think they even know how much we even raised.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so Heidi's going to do a huge blog post on this. But yesterday, the girls and I went to Winneconne Elementary School, where we presented them with a total of prizes, or no, like stuff they had on their wish list. Like they actually filled out wish lists. So the girls went shopping for them. So $12,700 something dollars in merchandise for their tools for their classrooms. And it ranged from snow pants to jackets to chairs to robots to games to notepads and markers, games. I mean, wait till you see the photo of what they all bought. And then they got the teachers. I mean, the teachers were like Christmas. It was just so cool to see how excited they were. Like, oh yeah, that's mine and that's mine and that's mine. So they had $4,000 in Amazon gift cards that we bought them, and then some cash that they got. We wrote them out a check for the remainder of what was not on their wish lists. So they were super excited about it. We took a picture, so you'll see them. And it's all because of you. You did this. You made it available to us to donate this money to elementary school, where they will be forever grateful to us that we did this for them. So hopefully we will do something else next year, but I really love the fact that it went to a school, because I believe teachers deserve nice things for their students and not have to pay for them out of their own pockets. Okay? Were you going to say something, or did I say it?
You said it.
Okay. I got it right for once. All right, winners for Countdown to Christmas. Let's do those first.
Well, they were in order.
They were in order. Countdown, countdown, countdown. All right, I got it here. So we have 4 $50 gift cards, and they are going out to Ginny Johnson, Jean Fisher. Oh, okay. Jean Fisher, Barbara Laberte, Lois Wilhelm, and then they got $50 gift cards for Countdown to Christmas. And then our grand prize winner was Deanna Goodwin, and her quilt was finished, bound, quilted. Mine's not even done yet. Mine's still at the quilter. So did we have a picture of her quilt?
Yes. It's on there.
Oh, there it
And
is.
she's watching right now.
So proud of you. I would do my cheer, but look at that. She said this is the fastest she's ever done a quilt. Deanna, great job. You will have, are we throwing that just in her account?
Yeah.
Yep, we're going to put $200 on your account with Primitive Gatherings. So thank you so much for doing that quick little stitch along with us. And Heidi, I won't forget to give those back to you. And then our week 1 winner, well, and we'll figure this out if next week we're going to do 2 and 3 or if we're just going to do 2.
We should just do one a week and
We're going to do 1 a week.
keep it
All right.
simple.
So Tamara Eddington, you are week 1's winner of our, and that's what I want to see. I want to see triangles, triangle papers, beautiful. Thank you so much for posting that.
And remember the hashtag is
Yes.
UT, capital Q,
Q,
capital
A,
A, capital L,
L.
all one word, no spaces.
All right, and please post this other places too. Let other people find out what we're doing here because that helps us too. All right, so thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. I am officially on vacation.
You are not officially
Aw.
on vacation. That's all right.
All right, winners for this episode.
Yes.
Here you go. Here's these winners. Take those. I went home with winners in my pocket one day.
And I'm probably still wondering where those slips are.
It was only one, and it was Lois.
I got my
It
batteries
was Lois,
All
and we
right.
got her. All right.
Yeah.
So today's winners of Prize Patrol, Guru Heidi fits all good prizes for you. Kim Johnson, Krista Hallert, and Catherine Bruton. You are the winners of this episode's. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Come back next Friday at 1 p.m. here at Primitive Gatherings, where every stitch tells a story. Bye.